I don't know, Tom passed along,
Sure.
but Kelly and Kelly and Jamie will not be here tonight. Oh, and Katie's running a few minutes late, but here she is. People up at the airport today.
Not as fast as I was anticipating.
That's the fact right now it's attached, but
Yeah.
that's why.
Still put it live and I've got a picture of a dragon.
Oh, thank you. Well, here she is on.
Number 14.
That's true.
Okay, everyone's here that's gonna be here, so at this time, 5:01, I am calling the regular school board meeting to order for Monday, December 22nd, 2025. Would you all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. This time I'm looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
Make that motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion by Corey, seconded by Polly. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Moving on. Special appearance, M3A Property and Liability Insurance.
Okay, so I asked Nick to come in, and you guys have seen the proposals, right, in your packet. So the reason I asked him to come in was I wanted to talk a little bit about the differences, because normally we would come in here and, let's say Liberty Mutual, we stayed with them because they were the smallest increase or had a reduction, as you can see now. The reason I asked Nick to come in is because he found a better option with a different carrier. So I wanted him to just kind of explain the differences, and just so you as a board were aware, if you were to select the cheapest premium, that would be a change in carrier, and then I think Nick's probably recommending that anyway, but I just wanted him to come on and explain the differences and what had occurred through his request for proposal. So go ahead, Nick, if you wanna.
Yep, perfect. Thank you, Kevin. Yep. So as Kevin alluded to, what I'm proposing this year is actually a switch in our property and liability insurance coverages from Liberty Mutual to the Hartford and EMC. With that, Liberty Mutual was intending on making some pretty drastic deductible changes specific to the property, which is what prompted me to look at some additional options, specifically to the wind and hail damage deductible. What ended up happening is Liberty ended up negating that, but made some additional changes as well within the program that were a little bit less favorable than what we were able to secure with the Hartford and EMC. So you'll see two large pages 3 and 4, that kind of detail out the two programs side by side, if you will. The big one being in the property section on page 3, the water damage deductible. So you'll note a $40,000 difference in deductible versus what Liberty Mutual is offering versus what the Hartford is offering. The other component that I think is extremely relevant here is the roof valuation, right? So Liberty Mutual's property program details out that the roof would be valued on an actual cash value basis if there were to be any damage to it and needed to be replaced. So that would factor in depreciation when it comes to the claim payment for each individual section of roof based on when they were last previously replaced. Whereas the Hartford is just true replacement cost. So any section of the roof, if it's damaged, it's just going to come out full replacement cost. So those are pretty two stark differences. I know the premiums between the two are a little bit different in terms of it's a $9,000 difference between the Hartford and Liberty Mutual. Part of the component with Liberty Mutual is that it's an all or nothing type of program, right? They're not going to write just the property or just the liability. So we had to find a solution that can kind of pair the Hartford and EMC together to match the program side by side. So historically, EMC's pricing has been a lot more aggressive than Liberty Mutual, but we've always had a challenge in terms of where we could find a property solution. Now I think that marriage is kind of right in terms of what the Hartford and EMC can offer versus what Liberty Mutual has historically offered.
Hey, Nick, do you want to talk a little bit, because several years ago, it seemed like EMC was kind of the premier policy holder. Like I know when we had looked and shopped around before,
Yep.
you know, we couldn't get EMC. Now, did they merge then with the Hartford and that changed?
So they haven't merged. They are two separate entities. EMC is extremely relevant in the Midwest. So the interesting component with when it comes to EMC is that you can only access the EMC program through two insurance agencies, M3 Insurance and Tricor Insurance. In order to get at EMC, from my perspective, we have to go through Tricor Insurance. So there are multiple agencies that would be involved on the program, but I at M3 would still be the face in terms of marrying these two, the Hartford and EMC program, into one comprehensive program, if you will. So they are two separate insurance companies, but there's just a little bit of a roundabout way in how we needed to go about and accessing the EMC program from M3 standpoint.
So what is there's a huge difference between last year and this year, even in the Liberty one. Is there something that fell off, or
The new roof.
that's because there's a new roof?
I would guess it was because of the new roof. That
In
was
terms
my
of
thought.
the premium from expiring versus what Liberty's
Yes,
offering on the
yes.
renewal, that's the question. Yeah, so partly right. So Liberty, new roof, you guys have upgraded your facilities in terms of referendums. I've been told that you guys are in the process of getting 2 new boilers in the process at the building, which is a pretty drastic change in the eyes of property insurers.
Oh, okay.
So there are a lot of components from the property side of things, on top of the fact that the market is what we're calling softening now. So it's allowing us as agents to be a little bit more aggressive in terms of our negotiation tactics. What I can say is that the initial renewal premium that was offered by Liberty was a lot higher. Once they realized that they had competition, they lowered that premium, right, to try to
Wow.
combat some of that. It still didn't even get to where Hartford and EMC were coming in at. So
Right.
yeah, there's a lot of factors in terms of pricing where we could get some additional rate, knowing that Liberty was faced with competition that was self-generated by myself, knowing what they were doing or intending to do on the renewal to try to help combat some of those renewal premiums. So it's a $22,000 difference in terms of pricing from expiring to renewal, but
Yeah.
it's
34
getting
or something.
Good thing we got
From
those roofs.
from expiring to
From
EMC is 34,000.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
and that's what I would propose too. So in terms of the programs, as you can see with EMC and Liberty on the liability side of things, there are some what I would say enhancements. I won't get into each individual one. The big one being, well, I'll do two actually. The big one being the sexual abuse and molestation, right? So Liberty has a $25,000 deductible for sexual abuse and molestation. EMC has no deductible. It's just built into their liability program. The other one that I wanted to point out is actually on page 4. Pretty minor in the eyes of you guys, only have a couple of vehicles, but the physical damage deductible for the autos that the district does own would be dropping from $2,500 to $1,000 with EMC. So those are just two of the I would say rather large components of the program differences between Liberty and EMC. Again, so just to kind of hit the point home, I asked Liberty if they could just write the property monoline, because just to see what they would say in terms of the premium being lower than the Hartford, even though I believe Hartford's program from a deductible structure standpoint and coverage response standpoint is a little bit more superior. They said it's going to be no, all or nothing thing. So it's essentially either option one or option two in terms of what we were able to get for you guys. So
This is excellent, Nick. Thank you for
Yeah,
that.
thank you for that work.
Are we losing anything as far as reliability in the coverage?
from what I would say, no. There are differences in the program, right, in terms of potential triggers, things like that. But from my analysis in terms of what Liberty Mutual versus EMC is offering, they're pretty comparable.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick.
Yep.
We need a motion to accept.
This is on.
Well,
this is
it'll be
on-
a new business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you. Do you guys need me to stay on anymore, or can I hop off?
You can hop off, but keep up the great work. We really appreciate it.
Perfect.
Nick.
Thank you, Kevin. We'll be in touch. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sounds good.
That's a nice way to start things off. I'm telling you.
Roof's gonna pay for itself in reduction of, Yeah.
It does make a difference.
yeah, I hadn't thought about that when we were thinking about putting those through, but that
Yeah, he
obviously is gonna make a
specifically
huge,
that.
Yeah.
Even a new generator can help with this stuff too.
Mhm.
On to Knights of Columbus donation. Don't have anyone here for it.
And he came to the office and we took a picture with
Oh,
him
okay.
and, couple of people. And it's gonna be in the paper, yes, Becky's gonna.
Awesome. This is good to hear.
Is that to a specific special ed program or to the special ed department in general?
It was the same thing.
Oh, it was the same as the last one?
I think so,
Okay.
because that's what the check says on it.
I'll make a motion to accept the donation from the Knights of Columbus with thanks.
Second that.
We have a motion by Polly, seconded by Corey to accept the donation for $540.38 from Knights of Columbus towards SPED. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Thank you again, Knights of Columbus. That is much appreciated. Monthly donation from Community Supporting Teachers.
Hopefully my internet is okay. Sorry if it's not.
We
This
can hear
month,
you.
okay. This month's winner for the Community Supporting Teachers donation is Heather O'Brien. And she has won a gift certificate for the Pheasant Inn, which was donated by the Davis family.
It's awesome.
thank you, Davis family.
Thank you, Davis fam. Congratulations, Heather. Of that Community Supporting Teachers group. I think the teachers do too. All
Make a
right,
motion to accept that.
I don't think so.
Not coming to us.
Right.
Okay.
Public comment. Okay, on to the treasurer's report.
No changes to the treasurer's report. The end of November, we were at 77,000 negative. Playground, we still have 76,000.
6.
And for the capital referendum, 883,000.
I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Second.
Motion by Katie, seconded by Corey. Any further discussion? Hopefully we get some more deposits coming in January. Everyone pay your taxes right away. Show us the love. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, President's report correspondence. The programs, the music programs for middle high school and the elementary were great as always. The music department's put in a lot of work, and it's great to see a good turnout and so many happy kids up on the stage. And big thanks to everyone that makes all that possible. And just want to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season. Reports, superintendent.
So I don't know if you guys get these as part of the WSB or not, but I just share these when I get these with you, but the one I wanted to pay particular attention to was SB 424 about the teacher preparation programs. I just felt that was interesting and wanted to share that with you about the governor's take on vetoes. On that, I know some districts, you know, I know we're just looking at different things where we fast track and try to get people prepared. And I know I wasn't totally familiar with COVID and how that went in terms of student teaching, but I think I think my niece, for example, didn't end up getting to student teach during that time. And I don't know, you guys can comment about that or if that had an impact. It seemed to not having teacher student teach and then coming in, I don't know that you have that. I know we're talking.
Additional challenges, with teachers missing out on that opportunity or having to do it virtually.
And a lot leaving the profession because of it. They get into the
Yeah,
real world job and they have not had that experience and it's too overwhelming.
yeah.
Which-
Classroom management is
Yeah, and that's really sad. They're missing out on a really good experience in
Yeah.
most cases.
But yeah, I want to share that with you. I thought that was interesting. I mean, a variety of other bills. I don't know all the 9 or whatever, but anyway, I wanted to share that with you. And then the second one was something we were talking about, I think at the call or previously about, you know, the tax bills and where the money goes and, you know, how, and I thought there was interesting, there's a myth and fact section in there, if you kind of look through that a little bit, but you know, our tax money does go to Milwaukee, it does go to private vouchers, and, you know, the fact that they did reduce the inflationary piece to revenue limits, I think it was 2009, but that did have an impact on many districts and ours also included, so that's, anyway, seems like it's coming to a head over the years, but particularly now.
I think it's definitely good that some people, that the public can see some of this, to know more about the uphill battle we're constantly fighting with all this and how depleted we've become just from all the funding from the state and federal levels, and some of the reasons why. Thank you. Anyone have anything for Kevin in regards to these two? Moving on, reports, principals. Ms. Herman is deferred. Ms. Campbell.
I also just wanted to give a special thanks and shout out to our music department for all of their hard work with our elementary, middle, and high school holiday concerts. They were well attended and well put together, well organized. It's a lot that goes in behind the scenes. A lot of stress for them, so we really appreciate it. And then our middle and high school students have been enjoying some mini courses these last day and a half before the break, where they get to choose from a variety of options, from arts and crafting to exploring different hobbies and things like that, and getting to do some fun things. So it's great that our staff was able to bring that back. It's something that hadn't been done for a number of years. It is a lot of planning and preparation, but the kids really look forward to it, and it's good for them. And then our staff have been participating in our annual 12 Days of Christmas that Ms. Herman and I have put together. So lots of dress up days and competitions and games and some fun things. Had some potlucks this month for preparation for the holidays. So just some good team building things with the staff.
It's kind of glad they're doing the mini courses. I didn't realize that. It's always so much fun.
I heard from a few students that were kind of excited to have just those different opportunities, you know, so it's very good to hear. Anything else from Ms. Campbell? All right, moving on. Denise is not here tonight, but does anyone want to speak for her? Okay, so we got referrals and assessment accommodation updates that are in the notes. Looks like 7 new referrals. And
She fell today.
Yeah.
And got hurt.
Oh.
And that's why she isn't here.
Speedy recovery.
yeah, that ice is wicked.
Outside?
No, she fell before she got here.
Oh,
Like outside.
It wasn't at school.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I saw.
It was outside.
Yes, outside. yeah.
She could hardly walk. Oof, I don't know.
She was struggling. I met with her early this morning.
all right. Well, hopefully she mends up soon and give us some more info in regards to some of this. Like testing will begin mid-March. And pre-ACT accommodations are being looked at. So the end of January. All right. Moving on.
Can we go back to Ms. Campbell's 1 minute? Jamie, you had talked about the school report card earlier and we had wondered about that number for economically disadvantaged. Do you know if anybody ever checked into the number of free and reduced?
Yeah, so what happened
last
was, we do have documents, but there was a description. The problem is, at that point in time, we couldn't enter the applications or the people in Power School because we didn't have the platform, I think it was, something like that. And that's where DPI, we feel like DPI pulls it from Wise Dash through Power School, and so they weren't entered because we didn't have the some kind of a platform ignition extension or something that wouldn't allow us to enter those. But also I did find out that less people were turning applications in because of the federal free program.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So those, I think, as of now, Tiffany is making an effort, to try and enter some of those into Power School. We looked into that. Yeah. So
Okay.
there were 2 issues there. One, they weren't being turned in as much because of the federal program. Really got free. And then, we weren't entering in Power School. And I will tell you though, we weren't sure where DPI is getting it from.
Right.
We think it's from Wise Dash, which would pull it from Power School. So that I don't have.
And is the free and reduced the form that's filled out?
Yes.
Is that when
Yes.
we can't do it electronically? Is that correct? It has to be.
Well, she used to enter them, I think, in Power School in some way, and I don't know if there was a platform that allowed us to do it at that point in time.
Right, but now we might have
I
it.
think so. She's working on it.
But if there's a way to make it electronic form with the rest of the new electronic forms, it may
Exactly.
get filled out.
Yes, and we are gonna be in contact with DPI, because I know she did some research and did actually talk to DPI same things, and it was just a difficulty with getting it into Power Schools where it started.
Mhm.
But she also did say that there were a lot, I don't know about a lot, I don't know the number, but there were less applications forthcoming because of the.
Well, and the numbers from the report card are based off of last year's entries, correct? And we had that switch over last year when we went to trying to enter everything's through
Correct.
digital. So I'm wondering if that might have caused this to fall through the cracks as well.
It
And
may have, I don't.
And if it can't be a digital form, maybe there's just another way to assure that we're getting it out
We
besides.
still have to
open
find
house.
out exactly where they're pulling it from. We don't. know
Yeah.
Yeah.
yet.
True,
We
true.
assume it's.
Because if it could be corrected, it could raise the score
Yes.
in that report card, which is what we would ultimately want to see
Yeah.
happen.
And we feel like
Definitely.
it is Wise Dash, but I don't know that process.
Okay,
don't know how they.
I don't know either. I didn't even know where to look.
They're probably not gonna make any amendments to it this year. It would just be correcting it for
Would make a
next year.
difference next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Well, Tiffany will be great if she could dig into that and help figure that out.
Thank you.
thank you. Tara,
official Title VI numbers, the grant, just the first part of it that says we're interested in has opened, so I did that, and then I usually like to do my student count during the same. So we have 30 days to do that, we just pick a chunk. So we are October 23rd to November 23rd, which is so random, but that was really optimizing the number of kids. So I have 113 with paperwork in. I have one actually out of Head Start that I need the paperwork for. So I think that's not quite a record. I think last year I had everybody's paper. Last year we had 121 students, so we are down, but I was looking at them today. We had 11 graduate and I only had 2 new kids come in. So it seems to kind of even out. We're at about 35% district-wide. High school is higher, so unless we have a baby boom, I think, so we'll see what happens. And then the tribe does have a new education director, Karen Washington, moved to historic preservation. So we have Odawa White, he comes to us from the LCO Community College, and then before that, he was at the UW Eau Claire. I had him as an assistant professor when I was at the university, so it was nice to see. I think they'll have some good ideas.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Tara. Anyone have anything else for Tara? All right. Working now to get a motion to approve the regular school board meeting minutes for November 17th, 2025.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Corey, seconded by Polly. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Looking for a motion to approve the minutes for the committee of the whole meeting for December 15th, 2025.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Corey, seconded by Amy. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Looking for a motion to approve the minutes from the special board meeting for December 16th, 2025.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Corey, seconded by Katie. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? On to new business. First one we've been waiting for. The M3 property liability insurance renewal.
I'll make a motion to follow the recommendation, make the switch from Liberty to the EM something Hartford.
The Hartford EMC.
Yes, I'll second that.
Sorry, which ones? We have a view too. I didn't.
Oh, me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Motion by Polly, seconded by Katie. To accept the insurance liability for the Hartford EMC. Any further discussion?
That takes effect the first of the year.
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 2026 WASB delegate selection. Is anyone desiring to possibly be a delegate for WASB?
I'm willing to do it again, but we're not going in person.
Right.
Like, we will not have actual representation there, but I will put my name on the list.
I will nominate Katie for the WASB delegate. Do I have any other nominations? Do I have any other nominations? Do I have any other nominations? Congratulations, Katie, you're a WASB delegate.
Thanks, Katie.
Policy 832, weapons on school premises.
I'll make a motion that we accept this policy. We reviewed it at the cow.
I'll second it.
Motion by Katie, seconded by Polly. Any further discussion?
I just had one question. I know we had a lengthy debate on it when we were talking about this policy and off-duty law enforcement.
Yes.
Is that in, was that in here?
It got removed.
Yeah,
You asked me to remove the word former
okay.
and just leave the rest is what I recollect.
Yep. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving policy 832, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Policy approved. Jensen Sunquist, workers' compensation renewal.
Make a motion to accept the proposal that was presented at the and
Committee.
explained at the committee of the whole for Jensen and Sunquist worker compensation renewal.
Second.
Motion by Polly, seconded by Corey. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the Jensen Sunquist workers' compensation renewal, say aye. Aye. Opposed? At this time, just want to put forth the formal designation to approve Tristan Ustagoff as the basketball head girls coach. I will make that motion.
Second.
Motion by myself, seconded by Corey. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Putting forth the formal motion to hire Delane Emery as boys JV assistant basketball coach. I'll put forth that motion.
Second it.
Motion's put forth by myself, seconded by Corey. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, on to meeting calendars. Right now, it looks like we have a preliminary date of January 19th for the committee of the whole.
There's school that day?
There's not.
It's a
Teacher.
in service. Okay.
I'm good with it.
All right. So the committee of the whole meeting for January will take place on January 19th, 2025 at 5 p.m. 2026. That's my own fault. Can't think of you. That's right. I'll go ahead and fix that right now. All right, now we've got the regular school board meeting. Tentatively Monday, January 26, 2026 at 5 p.m. Does that work for everyone?
For me,
Yep.
I don't have an issue with it. Amy, you good?
Yep.
Katie, you good? Okay. So the regular school board meeting will be on January 26, 2026 at p.m. Special school board working budget meeting. What does everyone think of either? Well, I prefer the 12th.
mhm. Is that enough time for you guys to do the mock schedule stuff?
Yeah, we should have a somewhat of a draft.
Okay,
Works for me.
Yep.
5 p.m. as well.
Hmm.
Does that work for you, Katie?
Yep.
Amy, okay.
Is this board only or is this
It'll be everyone, because we need to go over the proposed schedule ideas and whatnot. Right. So easy lately, you'd think we wouldn't have struggled with it for years. All right. Moving on to the approval of the bills. Oh, it's there.
I'll make an motion to approve the bills for the cycle of November 15th to December 19th.
We just got it. Can we have just a couple minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna,
That's after. I'll second that motion.
okay, so go ahead, take a few minutes to read. Motion by Katie, seconded by Corey, and then feel free to discuss.
Is the gymnastics co-op new?
No.
No? Oh.
We have to keep it to keep the number of boys and girls sports offered. That
Do we have people in it?
no,
Oh, okay. Got
but
it.
we remain,
Yes,
it remains as an offering.
yes. Where you call like that.
Yep,
And some of those co-ops that we're part of, we don't pay for, like hockey. And some
Right.
co-ops we do pay for.
Meaningful connections, what's that?
That's
Stronger connections.
Stronger
Oh.
Connections grant.
Imagine having again.
It's our online learning platform, so
Okay.
courses that are offered.
Is that something that?
It is,
It is, okay,
It's called learning at the
okay, you said it referred to it as such. Okay, I appreciate it.
It's so great when all those companies merge and change their names and update. Even Board Docs has a new logo on it. They must have had some more merger.
the Heartland Business Wireless Access Points. Is that for, usually what I know of Heartland is their credit card processing.
That is who Jesse would do all her IT stuff through.
Okay,
And so with the E-rate program last year, she had put in for wireless access.
and we,
And so E-rate covered the majority of those access points and then the remaining we.
so we have to pay for those access points on a,
Just a small dollar amount. The E-rate covers the rest of them.
well, it's 1,600, so Is that a yearly or monthly?
That was just a purchase.
Okay. I was worried it was a service we were continually paying for.
Okay, I'm good.
So just under these business card things, are those for the different titles within the school or? I'm just, well, because it says business card and it says Title I homeless, sped transportation. And then another one says office supplies, NASSP.
So that total dollar amount is broken out in between title homeless, ed supplies.
So those are the departments that, okay, I just when it's called business card, it just seems like it should be business cards for some reason.
No. Or credit cards.
Credit card.
Got it. All right. So we have a motion by Katie, seconded by Corey to approve the bills for the cycle of 11/15/2025 to 12/19 of 2025. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Items for board signature. I don't know if Corey got any. Okay. At this time, I'm looking for a motion to convene the closed session under Wisconsin State Statute 19.85. 1CEFG to consider employment, promotion, compensation, and performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercise responsibility. Considerations of financial, medical, social, or personal information, and to confer with legal counsel who is rendering oral or written advice.
I'll make that motion.
Terry, make that door.
Motion by Corey, seconded Polly. And this closed session, we're going to be discussing admin contracts, which falls under C and F.